You've probably seen the headline style. Dawn Wells in G-string photos leave little to the imagination. And that line is written to do one thing, pull you in with shock. But stay with me till the end, because the real story isn't about a revealing moment. It's about how the internet recycles old images, twists words to make them sound more extreme, and uses a person's name like a tool for clicks. First, let's set something straight. Posts like this often hide a lot of context. They don't tell you when a photo was taken, what the setting was, or whether it was a professional shoot, a costume, a beach moment, or something else entirely. Instead, they throw a hot word label on it like "leave little to the imagination" because that phrase makes people curious. It makes people feel like they're about to see something they shouldn't see, and that drives views fast. And when a name like Dawn Wells is used, the reaction gets even bigger because many people connect her to a certain image in their mind: classic, wholesome, familiar, and tied to old TV memories. So when a post suggests she did something too bold, people react strongly. Some feel surprised. Some feel protective. Some feel judgmental. And some simply don't believe it. That conflict creates comments, and comments create spread. Again, the post wins either way. Here's what you should watch for. The internet loves contrast. It loves taking someone known for one kind of role and attaching them to a headline that sounds opposite. That contrast feels like new information, even when it's not. It's not always a real change. Sometimes it's a normal photo taken out of context. Sometimes it's a different person misidentified. Sometimes it's a cropped image made to look more dramatic. And sometimes it's simply a page using the most extreme wording possible to stir the pot. That's why it's important to slow down before believing the caption. Because the caption is often the biggest lie in the whole post. It tells you what to feel before you even think. It pushes your brain toward one reaction: shock. But shock is easy. Understanding takes a few more seconds. And those few seconds are exactly what clickbait doesn't want you to use. Now, let's talk about something else that matters: respect. Even when people are public figures, they still deserve basic human respect. If a person chooses to do a bold photo shoot, that doesn't give the internet permission to talk in a creepy or nasty way. And if a photo is shared without context, it doesn't give people permission to shame. Both extremes are wrong. The healthiest approach is simple: treat a person like a person. You can admire style and confidence without turning it into a dirty joke or a cruel attack. Another thing people forget is that viral doesn't mean true. A story can go everywhere and still be misleading. 1,000 reposts don't add context. They just add noise. And when the content is about a woman's body, the noise gets louder because the internet has always had a weird habit of turning women into headlines instead of humans. So, what is the real lesson behind these kinds of posts? It's not about one outfit. It's about how platforms reward the loudest, most dramatic version of a story. A calm caption won't go as far as a shocking one. A respectful tone won't travel as fast as a teasing one. That's why these posts keep appearing. They're not trying to be fair. They're trying to be viral. If you want to be smarter than the bait, here are a few simple rules. Don't trust the caption immediately. Notice when a post uses warning language like "you won't believe it" or "leave little to the imagination." Be careful with repost pages that don't show sources or context. And most important, don't join the crowd that turns a person into a joke. You don't have to be shocked on command. You can choose calm. And here's the big point I promised at the end. The real problem isn't whether a photo is bold. The real problem is how easily the internet uses people, especially women, to generate clicks, outrage, and cheap attention. Once you see that pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. If you stayed till the end, you now understand what those spicy headlines are really doing. If you want more videos like this, clean, simple, and respectful, like the video, subscribe, and comment the next name you want me to cover. And share this with a friend who always gets pulled in by those take a look captions, because once you spot the bait, it loses its power.